My name is Tiffnay. I'm the executive director. So I've been working with immigrants and refugees for a very long time, and I worked closely with the former director, Molly Corbett. And what I like about AWE, what drew me to AWE, is the focus on relationships and community building, women helping other women through the asylum process. It can be a long and somewhat lonely journey. There aren't a lot of services for asylum seekers, and a number of our women have lost their families. They've had to leave their countries unexpectedly because they were being persecuted, and to start their lives over again in a new place with a new language without the social supports or friendships that most of us have is very difficult. And so when you walk into AWE, you feel that you're part of a family, even if it's your first time coming through the door. Everyone is welcome here. I think everyone brings something unique to AWE. Everybody has their own story, their own talents and skills and strengths, and no 2 days are ever the same. So sometimes we journey with women through pregnancy and birth of their child, and we really become their family through that process. We celebrate graduations and baptisms together, things, really intimate experiences in people's lives that they allow you to be part of. And then in addition to providing access to legal services that really, at the end, can save someone's life, save them from being deported back to a situation where they might be killed by someone or even their government. So those successes we're very proud of. So we offer English, we have beginner, intermediate, and advanced. We offer job readiness, resume writing. We do mock interviews. Asylum seekers really can't work for the first year after they arrive, so we want them to use this time to prepare themselves to enter the workforce and be successful and really have a clear understanding of our work culture. And we also, we do different activities. Yoga. Many of our members do volunteer service in the community because they're used to doing that. They had their own profession, they gave back to their own community before they came to the U.S., and it just gives people a sense of purpose while they're in limbo waiting for their asylum case to be resolved. We have lunch together every day. We have a food pantry and a clothing closet. But again, I think one of the most important things that's accomplished here is not so much the classes, but for folks to begin to establish meaningful relationships again, to not feel alone in this very difficult situation. It's really more of a family environment here at AWE. I think we do feel like we're making a difference because, again, we support people through the asylum process and give them access to the critical services. An attorney is a primary resource that we connect people to so that they're not deported and returned to their home country. And I think they really make a difference in how they touch the staff and the volunteers' lives as well. To see women who have been persecuted or even tortured, and the fact that they're still every day putting one foot in front of the other really speaks to the human spirit and how resilient these women are and how brave. So we're always, we are a volunteer-based organization. The need for our services has increased. There's tremendous backlogs in the immigration system, and asylum cases can drag on for years, leaving people in limbo for a very long time. There are very few resources for asylum seekers, and housing is critical during this process when they can't work and support themselves, and many of them have fled without warning, so they were not able to to make the most of the resources they had in home country and bring those resources with them. So the housing that we provide keeps people from being homeless during the asylum process. We're able to provide housing because we work closely with women's religious communities that offer hospitality to asylum seekers in convents around the city and county. We are also looking for donations so that we can provide housing, to provide more housing to women, specifically women with children and men that we're not able to house within the women's religious communities. We have a much greater need for housing than we have resources available, so unfortunately we do have to refer some asylum seekers to homeless shelters. Often they end up in unstable or even exploitative living arrangements because they're just trying to survive during that initial year after they arrive to the U.S. So we always need volunteers to help us with our classes, to accompany and companion with asylum seekers, to teach English, to help in the food pantry, and certainly donations to help us provide access to housing and other mental health, transportation, those kinds of resources to our asylum seekers that don't qualify for any public assistance and are not able to work.